3 or 4 people. First guy would be drilling the safe deposit box. He would call out, say, number 1, 2, 3. He would say 1, 2, 3 to the guy who was standing here. He would say 1, 2, 3 to the next guy, and they're all writing it down. And he would say it to the guy in the other conference room, and then they would come back and they would say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then he'd write it down, he'd drill it out, keep all the bits, and then they would take the box, which was still locked somehow, and they bring it out to the other guy, and back and forth they kept saying these numbers 1, 2, 3, and they'd match it, and it drove the people in the bank, the tellers, crazy. Where'd that come from?
So in that escape hallway, there's 2 little hatches that open up in the wall.
Are they really?
And this was stuck in one of them, kind of in the side.
Well, how can
I don't know if it's good anymore, but
I'd like to see you take a bite of that.
I think it's a little past its sell-by date.
Burly and bright.
we got a coffee shop upstairs.
Haven't had cargo bull any.
you just, they just make that little more
Condiment.
I think
That's
someone
just cool
was
as
back
hell.
there maybe using it as paint, you know?
I don't know. That's cool. Keep it. If you want it. I mean, if you want, if you're not going to do anything with it, we'll keep it here. And like I say, it's, unless one of you guys wants it. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? You know? Yeah, you never know. We found an old Genesee beer bottle where someone did a couple years ago, where the big vault door was. And they were down there looking around with a flashlight, and they saw it. And they were actually able to reach down there and grab it. And I said the guy can keep it, but it was old. And the label was still intact, and that's when Jenny actually made the bottles with Jenny in Boston.
Made right here in Rochester.
You know? Yeah. And it was pretty cool. I'd never seen it. I mean, I wasn't going to do anything with it other than just leave it there or put it somewhere where people would see it. But as we were doing the bank space and everything else, I was putting my card in different spots and tacking it up so someone never redid it, and I was dated, I put a note on my card. Just in case, you know, you never know. I mean, they do that with these old buildings, and they did it all the way when they were building all these other buildings in Manhattan and around the country. Guys would write their names in it. And so they did that now that they built the Freedom Tower. I guess these guys did it all the way up, and they would tack photos of themselves and write a note. And it's just cool. I mean, I just think that's cool. You know, it's like a little...
I gotta show you. It's on my Facebook. You can see that my old band.
Imagine the scrap.
Yeah, because the only way to get into those boxes, if you don't have the key, is to drill them out.
They just have to drill them out, yeah.
That's the way locksmiths do it.
That's what these guys were doing, but you had to be a certified locksmith, drill guy, whatever, to do anything in a bank. And you had to prove it. And you had to have all these licenses and all this paperwork, just because that's the way it was. I don't know. Something I could pick up. They can leave voice notes for. I don't know what that room in there was for. I don't know if it was a safe room or what, but it's just... The tiles in this floor are cool because you can see where they made a mistake and it wasn't quite right and it's twisted a little bit. But these old guys laying down and each individual one by.
That's funky wallpaper, that's for sure. Being a lock guy, I can't imagine drilling out every one of these. Ooh. I think after that, I think I would find a new profession. Wow. That's too many.
And that's the way they did it. The only way to close this door, which I think is really cool, this floor that we're standing on
is hollow.
They pull it up on rollers. They move it this way. They fold these 2 flaps in, and that moves up on a roller and goes this way. Then they can close the door. Otherwise, it's not closable because this, and I understand it makes sense because who'd want to step down, end up hurting yourself, or step down and step up. But that's the way they did it. I've never moved it, and it'd be kind of cool to do it, but I don't know if I'd ever get it back into its original place.
Can't imagine how much that door weighs. Ooh,
It's unbelievable. If you knock on that door, you know there's no echo in there. It is
Oh, yeah.
solid stainless steel.
I mean,
and it's
even-
impressive.
I mean, even modern ones from like the 50s and that are
They're not as big
unbelievably.
as this.
No, but they're unbelievably heavy.
The door that was up in the bank originally, I mean, I don't know if it was the original one, but when they built it upstairs back in the 80s when they redid it, that vault door was a third of that thickness. It felt like it was hollow. You thump it and you knock on it, and it was, you knew it wasn't like this. I mean, you would take a crane to move this out of there. The other one, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal, you know, but.
A friend and I had a kind of a quickie tour of the old Monroe Savings Bank down the street there in West
Yeah.
Main, 44 I think it is, and he showed us, the maintenance guy showed us the vault and actually operated it. They use it for file storage, so the original vault's still there, and he showed us, you know, how it all works and everything else. And that was
I'd love to move this thing. I would be fearful that we couldn't get it open again.
yeah.
Because you've got these bolts here, or whatever they're called, latches. And once those things lock down, how do you
Because this is all on a time lock.
get out?
Yeah.
It's almost like a time lock, you know?
Yeah.
I'd love to rent this down here, but what are you gonna do? I mean, you gotta worry about another way out of the building, which is all the way down there. And if you can't find your way out with that staircase, it would just be too difficult, you know?
Yeah.
If we could open this door, this staircase that goes up, maybe, maybe not, but then it's, you know, it enters into the welfare space. I think it's just gonna be storage down here forever, which is kind of a bummer, but what are you gonna do, you know? The restaurant was down here for a bunch of years, and somehow they were grandfathered in. I don't know how.